Guardian, and schools are refusing to teach the history of Israel and Palestine in case they're accused of bias. You know what they say, those that fail to learn from history avoid getting cancelled, Lewis.
Let me think about that. I don't even really understand what that means. But it's schools in England, according to The Guardian, blocked lessons on Middle East over fears of bias claims. And it says there's only 2% of the older kids are learning about the Middle East. And I can understand why, because they are afraid of people making anti-Semitic comments, because there are very few Jews. People don't understand how few Jews there are in the world. They're just a tiny number. There's 15 million all over the world. Anyway,
some have massive personalities,
and some make a lot of noise, which make people hate it. Anyway, so because they don't know what to teach, because this country is divided into basically two countries. One country is pro-Palestine, and the other country is pro-Britain.
But what we need, of course, is more education. I mean, they're saying a few things. They're saying that they'll lead to conflict in the classes. They're saying that some people think Muslims will make anti-Semitic comments in the classes, which is a teacher calls unfair, dangerous and insulting. That may well actually happen as well, if we're honest. But Paul, this can't be the answer, because people need... I know we're in this culture of cancel culture and woke intimidation, but kids need to learn about this, because we're coming out with this very sort of simplistic narrative.
Yeah, you at some point, our collective society's got to make a choice between over-progressivism, i.e. wokeism, and the truth. Because inherent within the truth are the facts of the past. And, of course, every generation seems to make the same mistakes. But we can learn from these lessons. There are lessons to be learned on both sides. Why are we protecting children from this? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're not protecting children here, actually. What we're protecting here is teachers. And I don't blame the teachers either. It's not like the teachers are deliberately trying to avoid this, although they are. But the reason they are is because they know that society, an ultra-progressive society, will frown upon them unless they come down on one side.
Because this country hasn't planted its flag in the ground, and so there's no fixed position. So how can you teach something if you don't even know what you believe?
That's a good point, actually.